Zachary Wallick, a former Marine Corporal, is the proud recipient of the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal with the V, the fifth highest award possible for his service. He earned the medal for his heroic actions in Afghanistan, where he was serving as a first team leader of a regimental combat team engaged in combat with the Taliban. Wallick was calling in a helicopter to airlift a wounded Marine from the area. As the helicopter attempted to land, an enemy grenade was thrown at his team from over a nearby compound wall. With complete disregard for his own safety, he altruistically threw himself on the Marine closest to the explosion, shielding him from the blast, states his certificate. His time in Afghanistan was one of 4 deployments during his nearly 5 years of service, and he was honorably discharged in December. For his selfless service to our country and his heroic actions that saved his fellow Marine, Zachary Wallick is our Red Cross military hero.
When I got out of high school, I didn't have the greatest of grades, and I didn't enjoy doing that very much. And I happened to see a Marines commercial while I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, and I didn't know much about the Marines. I did know that they were the hardest branch, and I knew that my grandfather had served in the Marines. So I talked to him a little bit. He said, you really got to want it, otherwise you're not going to be able to do it. I went and talked to the recruiter, and I was pretty easy for the recruiter because normally they have to work on you I left within 2 weeks. Well, my job in the Marine Corps was infantryman, just an 0311, just your ground fighter guy. Actually, I was part of a pseudo special forces called a FAST team, and it's basically just a reactionary unit to parts of the world if they need us. Like, we did do missions against piracy. As an infantryman, Afghanistan was always in the back of our mind. When we found out, it was actually kind of a little different because they were like, you're going to do the push of Marja, which Marja was one of the Taliban's last strongholds, meaning we had no presence there. There was one Marine unit that went before us, and they were working on it, but we were going to pick right up where they were. And there was definitely some nervousness, but I would say it was more motivation, and it was more, this is more of, for us, we got to try harder now. This is how we're going to make our stand. They do fly you in, and they land you a few miles outside of where you're actually supposed to be stationed. And at night, we did have the helicopters we were going, and when they did land, it's very quick. We need to get off the ground. That's when you see the pilot's urgency, I need to get off the ground because it's not safe and you have to run out there, that's when it kind of hits you that, oh, this is real. This is really going to happen. The area we did land in, like I said, Marja, was extremely hostile. We got in multiple firefights a day. Well, this was a day where we got in heavy firefights, and a guy was hit, and so we started setting up our 360. And there was a compound right here next to our 360, and we were taking fire from it, but we thought maybe they were moving because they did move and they used fire maneuver a lot on us. Everything was going smoothly. The helicopter, we had the casualty on the helicopter started to take off. I was next to one of my Marines. His name is, we called him Dan. And all of a sudden a grenade gets lobbed over this compound wall, landed in the ditch next to him. And I don't know, when you have those Marines and you train them and they look up to you, I guess I kind of feel like a dad, a pseudo dad, if you will. So I just jumped on him, and the big cloud of smoke engulfed us, but neither one of us were hurt. We got him back to base eventually, and we had to get checked out for head trauma because of that explosion so close. And after that, he did thank me, and I just told him that this is my job, and I patted him on the Kevlar, but. That's I know he's grateful. A lot of the Marines got awards, and we did get all of those with V on them, which means Combat Valor. So that was cool because a lot of Marines don't get the Combat V. When I did get presented that, I had a lot of pride in that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 military hero, Zachary Wallick.